Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying your Monday. So in this video, I will give you a short overview of the recent updates we have added to Yacss. And I will start talking about the stack builder. I will produce a dedicated video with the stack builder, but I'll just mention in this video an overview of the recent updates. The most important update is the addition of 4 more content generation methods. So the default content generation method is fully automated, and the fully automated content generation method produces one long form article that has about 2,200 words. It will then spin it and place a spun version of each of the pages in your CloudStack diagram. A variant of this is one long form article in spin tags, where it's actually the same method, but you can then add your own HTML content in here. Besides what we generate using the AI, you can add your own. So you can grab something from Enterprise or wherever you have spot content or scrape content, whatever, and add it in here. So the AI article for each page is very interesting if you do want to have unique content on each page, because this selection will generate a unique AI article for each page in your CloudStack diagram. So if you generate a diagram of 150 pages, the system will generate 150 unique AI articles. And it's based on one prompt. So it's generate 150 pages. It's not free, but it is cheap. It's about I think for 50 pages, it's $0.03, something like that. It's very cheap still. So, but this is the option you would like to have if you want to have unique AI articles. This selection here is called content file upload with random sentences. So this is actually a file upload. So what you do is you click down here and then you select a file. Let me take this guy here. And what the system then will do is it will take between 3 and, let me say 8, between 3 and 8 sentences and stitch them together into one large paragraph, which is then put on your cloud page, the individual pages in the cloud stacking diagram. And it will do it randomly. So it could, for example, take 6 sentences because I defined between 3 to 8. And then it could take 6 sentences, but it would grab them randomly from your file. So why did we implement this? Because this is actually identical to a method that we already have in the old website builder. So, and let me show you how it looks. Test, content. So here we call it select random number of sentences from text file in random order and combine into paragraphs. So if I click here and I select my keyword file or my content file, click open, and I can show you how my content file looks like. It looks like this. So it's simply a series of individual sentences or paragraphs, right? So between 3 to 8, I click preview. So what you can see here that it's taking a random number of sentences. This is a sentence, this is a sentence or paragraph, and then it's stitching them together into one large paragraph. So that's what it's actually doing. So you could say between 1 to 20, and it will make it will be a little bit more obvious. So this is very large, and this is smaller, very large, large. You know, it's random, right? So some pages will have, in this case, 1 sentence. Some pages will have a very large block of content, and I think that this is the cheapest and easiest and fastest way to produce random content. And it's what I like. It works very well for websites, and of course it will also work very well for CloudStacks. So this was this. The multiple content file upload for each page is dedicated for the users that use, for example, SimWriter or Argon AI or Article Forge or other AI tools to produce content, because you'll be able to actually import here a series of files like this. Oops. So then I'm importing my files, and then I will be able to enter my meta titles, meta title 1, meta title 2, meta title 3, and so on and so forth. So this meta title will be coupled with this article, and this meta title will be coupled with this article, and so on and so forth. So it's a suggestion I got from one of the Yacss users, and I thought that it seems like a good idea, because I know that many of you are very happy with using, in particular, SimWriter. So yeah, so you can use your SimWriter articles for the cloud stacks using this method. So let me leave, and we also implemented FAQ also and company info in the cloud stacks. So, but anyway, let me leave the cloud stacks now and hop over to the changes we implemented in the website and AI website builder. So yeah, so what we have is, I made a list of the changes so I can remember everything. In the build settings here, the first change that or addition I want to mention is this little checkbox here, and SEO test. Let me make a test website, SEO test, and I have a target URL. So I added this box here, create link. If it is checked, then I'll just write SEO here and SEO. If it is checked, we will create the link. And if it is not checked, we will not create the link. So what now you might be asking yourself, well, if I enter a target URL, why do I not want to create a link? Well, the reason is that this URL here is actually used a lot in the schema code. So let me just copy here and show you. Copy. So if I click preview here and I right click, show source code. So I can see here, same as main entity of page. We're using it a lot of places in the schema code, this URL. So and I want to retain the option to actually have the target URL, because we're using it in the schema code, but at the same time want to have the option to not create an outgoing link sometimes, because sometimes, many times, actually most times, we don't want the outgoing link. We want to make it ourselves. After we upload the website, we want to insert the outgoing link ourselves in the contents. And then then we need to do like this in order to not have an outgoing link. I hope you understand, guys. So anyway, it's to summarize it, if you do not want an outgoing link that's automatically created, you just click like this, and then the link is not created. All right, so let me go on further to the next setting. It's a change also, it's also related to the target URL. So let's say I want to create an outgoing link, and I now have the opportunity to define the specific anchor text of the outgoing target link, and text before and text after. So under normal circumstances, the anchor text will be equal to the meta title of the first page. So let's say I create a two-page website that looks like this. So SEO and links, and under normal circumstances, the just click here. The anchor text of the outgoing link will be equal to the first meta title, right? This is nothing new for you that have used Yacss before. So you can see it says SEO. But I might want to have the first meta title to be SEO or SEO. Yeah, just keep it at SEO. But I want to have the anchor text to be called search engine optimization. This view, and then I can specify now the text before the target link text and the text after the target link text. It will look like this. You can find more info about, and this will be the anchor, search engine optimization in this website. And let me just insert some content here so you can see what it looks like. I click preview. So now it will say you can find more info about search engine optimization in this website. So search engine optimization will now be the anchor text. This makes it look super natural. I mean, it's a sentence, and the keyword or the phrase that you want to optimize for is highlighted, and it's the actual link. So I think this is a very nifty, very nice little addition. Or it's not a little addition. It's a very nice addition that we have. So next, no archive tag. No archive tag is also something we just implemented, and no archive tag is if you don't want Google to save copies of your website in the cached version. I mean, if I go to Google, link building training, and I scroll down, I want to see the cached version of this guy's website. I can click here. If you don't want people to be able to do that, you simply click this guy. And why do I want to do no archive? Well, if you want to cover your tracks and you don't want anybody at all to be able to see your cloud site's previous versions, you can use this no archive tag. Let me see here. What do I have? Yeah, so if I go to company information, we now have the option to load and save company profiles. So let's say I have a veterinary. No, we have something called marketing now. Let me just call it a local business. First of all, what we select up here in this checkbox is not related to Google My Business profiles. Okay, so this is not related to Google My Business profile categories. This is related to schema categories, the local business schema type. So anyway, local. Let me take this guy here, home and construction. Tree service 1. I have an email. Just use this email. I have a phone number. I have address. Home road. Home city. State. Home states. Zip code. I'm just making things up here. So I want to save this because it makes it so much easier if you're building cloud stacks for the same repeated clients, over and over. I can just click now, save company profile, click plus, tree service 1. That's what I think I called it, tree service 1. I click save here. So now the company profile is saved, tree service 1, blah, blah, blah. So I go out, click my websites, and now I'm creating a new cloud stack for tree service 1. I go to company info, I click load, and I can now find tree service 1 and load. And it has retained now all of the entered data. This is super nice because it just makes it so much easier for you to produce cloud stacks repeatedly and faster. If you're an agency or you're a freelancer, you have some of the same clients you're building cloud stacks to, simply load the company info and yeah. So it's nice. It's an alternative to cloning your websites. I know that you can click on my websites and you can click on clone, or regenerate, but I think it's just nice just to be able just to load the company info like this, right? And what's next? Let me see here in my list of changes. Okay, so in image SEO, we now added the AI image generation free service. And of course, this is only if you actually have the package where you can add or generate AI images. But if you do that, you now have the option to generate those images here. And if I like these images, I just click there and there and there. And then they added as JPEG images to the website. And it's also, of course, also an AI website. We also added images. And I should mention, in AI websites, some people asked, or some users asked, why don't we have FAQ? And I think I just forgot. But now we have FAQ in AI websites also. And let me see here. Then I have some. All right, so we have some additions to keyword generation. I don't know how many of you guys have actually used this keyword generation, but this tool down here, it's a standalone tool that allows you to generate lists of keywords, related keywords, and entities. So let's say I want to optimize for link building training. I click process. What the system will now do is that the system will now generate a list of related keywords and entities to the phrase link building training. And let's just see what it says now. So now I have this list of keywords, and I can select the comma or the response formats on the fly like this. If I want to unnumbered bullet point list or numbered bullet point list, or look like this. And if I'm not satisfied with the amount of keywords I get, I can simply click this button and it says more keywords. And then the system will continue to iterate and generate more unique keywords. And I think it's a nice feature. I think that in the first go, I generated 22 keywords, but now I have more keywords, and I have more long tail keywords here. White hat link building techniques. I didn't get this in the first go, I think. So I think this is a very, very nice, nifty little addition. And we also implemented a nice copy button. So I can go over to Notepad and click paste. So super nice. And let's see here. Let's see. I have more. Yeah, and we also, when you are in the My Websites table, this is what I'm going to show you now is a detail, but it's a detail that several users requested. So if you generated a website, let me generate a website real quick. Test. And I am now adding an article called test. A very interesting article. We added the header tags now. So you can have unique header tags for your articles, and you couldn't do that before. So for example, there could be some script or some, I don't know what, that you want to add to your articles in the header, and you can now do that. So I click generate. So that's the first new addition, actually, the header tags for the news articles. The second addition is this edit and upload button here allows you to edit the website before upload. And it can sometimes be advantageous because it's a little bit faster editing in here. In the FAQ, we now have file upload. We didn't have that before. Before we only had manual like this, but we now have file upload. So yeah. And what else do we have? Let me see here. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, because the rest of the changes I will make a walkthrough of the Cloud Stacker in a separated video, or in a separate video. So yeah, I hope you like it, guys. And yeah, this was it for now. Take care.